Hi everyone. Today I'm going to make a green turkey over pasta with a side salad with a creamy lemon dressing. To start off with, I'm going to be cooking the turkey. And when the turkey gets fully cooked, then it will be ready for being added to the cream sauce recipe. Okay, now I'm going to be starting to saute the onions and tomatoes. But first we add the butter. And then when the butter starts melting, then I'm going to be adding the tomatoes and onions and start to saute them until they are tender. And then after that, I'm going to be adding cornstarch and then chicken broth. And then I'm going to cook that for 2 minutes. And then I'm going to start adding everything else. Now I'm going to be adding the onions and tomatoes. I'm going to saute them to the tender. And then after they are sauteed, then I will add the cornstarch and the chicken broth. And while this is stirring, I'm going to stir my pasta. But first I need to get this water boiling. Continue stirring the onions and tomatoes. But normally this recipe calls for flour, but I don't have flour, so I'm using cornstarch instead as an alternate thickener. The onions are almost ready to go. Now, I'm going to add the cornstarch. Now I'm going to add the chicken broth. And then I'm going to set a timer for 2 minutes. And let this boil. Now, after that, I will let this cook for 2 minutes and get combined. Then after that, I will reduce the heat and add the milk, cheese, and turkey, and my parsley mixture. The recipe calls for nutmeg, but I'm doing a different seasoning. And some pepper while it's cooking to taste. And that's it for when it, until the pasta is ready and this is ready for the next step. Okay, now the pasta is getting there. Now I'm going to be adding the turkey to the chicken broth. And I'm using peppers and all that stuff. Now I'm going to be adding the turkey, the milk, and the cheese. The recipe calls for Swiss cheese, but I have a combination of mozzarella cheese and Swiss cheese because I want to do 2 different kinds of cheese, not just one cheese. And then get that mix it. Now I'm going to be adding my parsley mixture. that has parsley, some garlic pepper, parsley, garlic pepper. Then I add some of my voltage. And then I'm going to add salt and pepper to taste, if I need. Get this mixed up together so it's combined. And then we cook this till it's all cooked and hot, and until the cheese is melted. Get everything incorporated in this. Like that. Sit. Now, I'm going to put this low. Now I'm going to be checking my pasta. Looks like the pasta is getting ready. Let's taste the piece. Let's see if it's done yet. It's good though. Put these on more like that. But stir it once in a while to make sure it's because you need everything equal. Okay, so while that is cooking, I will be making my creamy lemon dressing, and I will let this finish up and let this cook, and that is what I'm doing right now. Okay, so I'm going to start off with this pasta. This pasta is now finished. And drain the water. Get this pasta. Okay. Now, I'm going to be, well, I don't want to add cold water to this because I want to keep the pasta warm as possible. So for right now, I'm going to put the pasta back over here. Yeah, Okay. After getting the pasta away and the vegetables, then try to get the pasta out. Well, that is this time I have done that at home, getting something underneath the burger when I was trying to get something. I'll go into the burger. Okay, so I have my pasta saved warm over here. That's why I didn't.
Turn your burner back on. Did you want the burner off?
So right now I'm keeping this over here, keeping it somewhat warm. Of why I didn't rinse it with water, because if rinse it with water, depending on the temperature, it will become cold. So there, but I think I'm gonna put it on a piece wall to keep my pasta. Now I'm gonna be starting to make my dressing. So first, you add the lettuce. And like it says, that's combined. Next, we need the, well, normally the recipe calls for Dijon mustard, but sometimes brown mustard or spicy mustard, or I would say whatever you have up here. And then we mix this together. And then after we do this, then I'll be adding my salt, pepper, and then since I don't have regular garlic, I'm going to be using garlic pepper. This for now. Now, just whip this up. Now, after that, you add some oil. But normally the recipe calls for olive oil. Well, I don't have olive oil, so I'm going to be using canola oil to fix it first. And then after I do this, then I add a little bit, 1 or 2 tablespoons of sour cream to make it creamy. But while doing this, you have to pay attention to it, emulsify with the citrus acid of lemon juice and using brown mustard, and then you use oil as a thickener. And then if you add 1 or 2 tablespoons of sour cream to make it into a creamy lemon sauce. I'm making a small batch of this. And this will be used for my side salad. And if you notice, I'm doing the saucepan towel method to keep the bowl from moving around while I'm stewing. And then when this is done, then after mixing it for a certain amount of time, I'm going to taste test it and make sure that I have enough seasoning in it, enough salt and pepper. And then after this, I'm going to check my cream turkey. Then I'm going to start preparing my salad ingredients. And then I'll start cleaning my food. But first, I need to get my dressing for this. Then check on my cream turkey. Then after that, then I can. But after getting this dressing done, then I'm going to move it into a squeeze bottle. So it's ready, and then chill it till I'm ready to use it. It's starting to combine and get somewhat thicker. Somewhat. But you slowly pour in the oil because you don't want to go too fast. Pouring it in, or it will break the emulsion. Now, that's good. Then I'm going to add some cream. Then I'm going to add about 2 of those. But if I need any more, then I will add a little more. So, you know, starting to become. So it's basically a creamy vinaigrette dressing. Kind of. Now, after that's mixed up, I'm going to grab a spoon and taste this. I'm gonna add a little bit more. This dressing, you can either make it be thick, or you can have it be a liquid. But this is the first time I'm making a lemon dressing, so I'm trying to estimate how much I need. But after this, now it looks more pretty. And a little bit salt, a little bit pepper, continue mixing. Now taste this again. Tastes good to me. Okay, now that this is mixed up, then it pour it into a measuring cup. But that's because it will be easier to pour it into the squeeze bottle after. So after that, we're going to put it in here, and then I'm going to put it in the fridge till I'm ready to make the salad. Put this in here. And that is my creamy lemon dressing. Okay, so now I'm going to be plating my food. First I'm going to plate the salad. And I'm going to do a certain amount of lettuce. Try to do an evenly amount. Have that not be after. Now I'm going to be adding my cucumbers, and then I have 2 little carrots, then do 4 of those, and then I'm going to be adding a little bit of dressing. You don't really need too much since it's liquid. that is my salad. The wild sliced cucumbers, half tomatoes, slices, and 2 carrots. Now, after my salad is completed, I'm going to be plating my cream turkey over pasta. First, I'm going to be adding pasta. Then I'm going to be adding some of my cream turkey. And then come back over here. And then we need, since I don't have a cheesecloth, I'm going to use paper towel and get wet to wipe off the mess. Then I'm going to be adding some I have my garnish is off the leaf knife cut style scallions, and then my other garnish that I use is a few lettuce, few lemons, of course. To make it colorful. And then if I wanted to, I can add as another garnish. And that is my cream turkey over pasta. And here's my salad.